So, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is underway now, finally, ever since the 29th of November. And I want to tell you guys about a very disturbing connection between Ghislaine Maxwell and Rupert Murdoch, the CEO and owner of News Corp, as well as a whole bunch of other entities, and how he is connected to this case and Jeffrey Epstein. Hello, and welcome to Queendom TV. So, guys, here we go. I did a video discussing Rupert Murdoch and all of the different businesses that his business has bought, and you can watch that in a separate video. But just to give you guys a little taster, he owns all of Fox, 20th Century Fox, the Wall Street Journal, Sky News, HarperCollins Publishing Company, National Geographic, and more. So he also has his fingertips on the UK media. Specifically, he owns News, as I said, Sky News, News UK, The Sun, and the Times stables. So he very much has his hands in the media and in a lot of businesses that control what we think and what we take in. And today I want to talk about his connection to Jeffrey Epstein specifically, because this Ghislaine Maxwell trial is happening and everybody's trying to hide themselves. Now, back in 2015, Rupert Murdoch's phone number, his private phone number, was found in the black book of none other than definitely alive Jeffrey Epstein. And that in and of itself, in my opinion, just goes to show the corruption. I talked in one of my other videos talking about the media, which you can find in my media playlist. I talked about how the media is in bed with the government, and I gave an example of how Rupert Murdoch snuck into Number 10, which is basically the UK's version of the White House, to see David Cameron, the Prime Minister of the Conservative government, when he was going to be elected, and he did eventually become elected. And that shows that he picked a side, despite the fact that the media is supposed to be unbiased and giving us ideas from both sides. So now we're now seeing a connection to him with Epstein, and it's just going to confirm what I've been saying all along, which is that these guys are all working together. They know what they're doing, and the more that they do these things together, the more that they all get rich. And this is why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. But it's not even just about that. It's about the fact that they're really doing these disgusting and diabolical, I keep saying using these similar words, but because that's all I can use to really encompass what I'm trying to say. They do these disgusting and diabolical things to maintain their power. And I've been talking about this in terms of who Hollywood uses as their anti-aging agent, which I've talked about in my other videos, but also just talking about why they're clinging so much to power, why they're so obsessed with trying to live forever. And I just think it's interesting that even if, this is all we have, let's say, for example, which it isn't, because I'm going to do more research. So subscribe if you want to hear what I have to say, because I'm going to look more and more into this stuff, and I'm going to continue to make these videos no matter what at this point. And it's interesting to see the connections, because as long as we have a connection, guys, it gives us something. We may not know how close they were, but just even the fact that he was in this black book, as they're calling it, which I think is kind of like, a black book generally is like, a secretive book that people shouldn't really know, that's kind of got things that if people saw this, it's kind of going to be problematic, kind of similar to the Burn book. If any of you have watched Mean Girls, they have this Burn book. It's kind of a similar concept, but obviously billion times worse, because in the Mean Girls and the Burn book, it's just like, things they've said about other people in school. It's not that deep. People are going to say nasty things about you, move on, it happens. That's how I feel anyway. But of course, people can be really mean and rude, and if they have been, then that's absolutely not okay. But in this black book, which is Jeffrey Epstein's one that they got in 2015, Rupert Murdoch's private number was in there, and that says a lot, because it says to what their relationship was like. And I think there's a lot to be said about that, especially now with Ghislaine. A lot of them are going to be going out of their way, and this is why I'm mentioning Rupert Murdoch in this video, is because it's no wonder that him and his news outlets and other people's news outlets want to cover and protect what's going on with Ghislaine Maxwell, and just talk about this new Omicron variant instead. And I talked in a separate video about how this is all a distraction, so please check that out. But that's all I really got to say, because I don't really want to talk you guys' ears off, and I've got plenty of other videos that explain different facets of what I'm talking about. But at the end of the day, We can't trust these people, and we need to, when we get information, we need to look at it, we need to address it, and we need to know that this could be the reality of what's really going on in the world, as sick and as twisted as it might sound, but we may just have to accept that that's what's happening. So that's all I wanted to say today. Please let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, especially if you've checked out my videos about the media. I'll be especially interested to hear you guys' perspective. Other than that, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're feeling the vibe and you want to join the tribe. And if you want to check out my other videos, because I'm going to have so many videos coming out about this, and I'm definitely going to be following the Ghislaine Maxwell trial on this channel and just giving you guys a concise version of what's going on and my commentary in a sense of what's happening. Other than that, God bless you all. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye.